Guys, as you can see, I'm in a hotel room. I'm on the road. And I got to tell you, I've been using the internet a little bit more than usual lately, and I think you can relate. I must tell you, I want to make sure all of my data is protected, so I use NordVPN. I have been a customer of NordVPN long before they sponsored the show. Their encryption makes sure to protect your data, whether you're sending or receiving. All your personal information, your web browsing and history stays private. Guys, just for you, Nord has created a special cyber deal. Go to nordvpn.org/Sonnen. Use the promo code Sonnen. Sign up for a 2-year plan. They're going to give you 1 month free and a surprise gift. Again, go to nordvpn.org/Sonnen. Make sure to use the promo code Sonnen to get this special offer, or click the link in the description below. Leon Edwards was talking with Ariel, and he said a few things about Chimaev, and it was very interesting because Leon was not wrong. By example, he said, look, I don't really know what to make of Chimaev. He's certainly being hyped right now. But I was 9-0 in my career at one point. He's now won 3 fights in the UFC, and it was over questionable competition. So by the way, I had an 8-second knockout in the UFC. If you were to go back and look at points in my career, I've done everything that he's done. He's just done it more recent, and he's got a lot of eyeballs on him for whatever reason. He's not wrong on any of those things. Leon then went out to say, I expect a title shot with a win. Now, I went to the ESPN YouTube page, and he had done another interview where he said, I have been promised a title shot with a win. I want to go back to the first comment where he said, I expect one, because I would expect him to get one too. And that division is very, very crowded right now. There's never a day. We know that Usman's going to fight Burns. We just don't know when. And we're hearing rumors that has been pushed all the way out to February for whatever reason. And I've even asked Usman why. I've even asked Burns why. Neither one of them knew, and I'm only bringing that to you guys because there wasn't like some kind of an illness or an injury. It was just the way the calendar fell and what matches were going to go where, and that one's all the way in February. But I bring that to you because it's relevant to the division, because you've also got the biggest star in the whole sport named George Masvidal within the division. You got Covington, who's a great choice any night you want to make it for a world title fight in the division. Ponzinibbio is being ignored for whatever, so we'll just set him aside. I guess we'll ignore him over here too. You got Leon. You got Chimaev. I mean, you've got a division right now where, when are you going to fight for the title? I mean, if Leon gets over, don't forget when this fight is. This fight is in February. It is 2 months later, and that is only a rumor that Usman and Burns will finally get things handled. Let's say that does. That's 2 months later, 2 months of sitting around as the number one contender. We have seen that happen with a couple of guys through history. But guys, when I talk about through history, since they set that cage up in 1993, we have seen this happen to a couple of guys where they've actually just sat and waited while other guys in their division are fighting and forming to get a title shot. In fact, of those couple of guys, one of them's doing it right now, named Francis Ngannou. Francis had the fight with Rosenstruck, sat out a little bit. They knew that Cormier and Stipe were going to fight. She said, Francis, you're the guy, just sit on ice. I mean, that's just a plan that doesn't work. It's a plan that never works. It's a plan that, one, the organization doesn't love. Two, the fans don't love because they forget. Right? If Leon goes out and beats Chimaev, oh my God, he's going to be red hot until Tuesday of the following week when the news cycle starts up for the next show. And then in addition to that, hey, Leon, do you want to wait? I mean, this could be a minute here, Leon. Do you want to wait? Do you want to fight? Haven't fought in 2020. Do you want to fight Chimaev in December? And then do you want to wait until July of 2021? And he might come back and say, no, I do not. Book me, pay me. So I bring it to you because I do think that Leon's right. I think a lot of those things he said in the interview were right. I don't think he was being disrespectful to Chimaev. He just came in and said, I've done all the same stuff Chimaev has done. He's done it more recently, and he's got a whole bunch of cameras on him, right? But I've done all of that stuff. Okay, that's true. So we don't know how good Chimaev is. Don't have enough footage on him. Don't know. That's true. And he's saying that he thinks he should get a title shot if he beats Chimaev. That's true. I mean, all of those things are true because there would be some talk about Chimaev getting a title shot. And I think that Chimaev could be missing his boat right now on the 170, right? Particularly in light of the fact that Adesanya is leaving 185. And if he beats Blachowicz, he isn't returning anytime soon. He's going to defend at 205. That is at least the plan should everything work out. What do we know in this sport? Plans never work. You got to change a plan every day, but that's the plan today. It would seem like there's some major opportunity for Chimaev at 185. Because I think if Chimaev was to get over on Leon, no matter how impressive that would be, and even if Chimaev was to take that ranking of number 3, I don't know that his argument would hold up against the Colby Covingtons, against the George Masvidals. I don't know that it would. Geographically speaking, you do have something special in Chimaev, in Fight Island specifically, particularly in the absence of Khabib. So do politics come into it? Yeah, you bet they do. They're a very real thing. If you're going to start hedging your bet on who's going to go where, you better start factoring in some of those politics.